You've heard the headlines, but now it's time for the untold secrets, surprises and stories you've never heard, because this time it's all about Harry. Prince Harry's use of the Facebook alias Spike Wells offers a fascinating glimpse into the hidden digital life of a royal trying to maintain some normalcy amid constant media attention. The account, which is believed to have been active from around 2007 to 2012, allowed Harry to interact with friends, share personal moments, and enjoy social media in a way that would have been nearly impossible under his real name. The name Spike was a nickname used by his close friends and royal security staff, and the surname Wells helped further obscure his identity from the public and press. Despite being a member of the British royal family, Harry's online persona was said to include hundreds of Facebook friends, regular updates, party photos, and even a profile picture of 3 young men in swimming trunks, one of whom was widely speculated to be him. The existence of the Spike Wells account wasn't officially confirmed by the palace, but it was widely reported by credible sources and former acquaintances. The account appeared to be deactivated around 2012, which coincided with increased attention on Harry's private life, especially after incidents like the infamous Las Vegas party photos surfaced. Around this time, the royal family also began adopting a more controlled and official social media strategy, making personal accounts like Harry's less viable and potentially risky. The use of an alias also speaks to the limitations placed on members of the royal family and how challenging it can be to engage in normal 21st century activities without intense public scrutiny. While celebrities often use pseudonyms to protect their privacy, Harry's situation was unique due to the intense global fascination with the monarchy and his own high profile. His experience highlights a broader struggle he's spoken about frequently, wanting a more private, authentic life outside the institutional constraints of royalty. In many ways, the Spike Wells account was a digital manifestation of that struggle, a young man trying to enjoy ordinary connections in an extraordinary life. In 2012, Prince Harry made an unexpected and endearing musical cameo when he appeared playing the tambourine in the official music video for Gary Barlow's song Sing. The song was created as the official anthem for Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee, a celebration marking her 60-year reign. Co-written by Barlow and acclaimed composer Andrew Lloyd Webber, the track featured a rich mix of artists and musical influences drawn from across the Commonwealth, symbolising the unity and diversity of the nations under the Queen's reign. Prince Harry's appearance was brief but notable, captured during a visit to Jamaica as part of his royal tour in honour of the Jubilee. In Kingston, he joined Barlow and a group of local musicians at a recording session where he gamely picked up a tambourine and joined in the rhythm. While not a professional musician by any stretch, Harry's participation was widely praised for its spontaneity and charm. It showed a lighter, more relaxed side of the royal, helping to humanise the monarchy at a time of celebration and national pride. This moment stood out not only for its novelty, but also for what it represented, a modern royal connecting with global culture in an approachable way. The video, which includes snippets from various recording locations around the world, highlighted Harry's ability to engage meaningfully with communities while also supporting creative projects. It remains a fun and surprising footnote in his royal life, proof that even a prince isn't above picking up a tambourine for a good cause. In 2013, Prince Harry undertook a remarkable and grueling expedition to the South Pole with the charity Walking with the Wounded, an organisation dedicated to supporting injured military veterans. The trek was part of the charity's South Pole Allied Challenge, which brought together teams of wounded service members from the UK, the US and the Commonwealth. The journey covered over 200 miles across Antarctica in extreme conditions, testing the physical and mental endurance of all participants. After completing the demanding expedition, Prince Harry and his team took part in a celebratory moment that would go on to become one of the more unusual and memorable anecdotes from his public life. In a light-hearted show of camaraderie and triumph, one of the wounded veterans on the team offered his prosthetic leg as a makeshift champagne glass, and the group, including Prince Harry, reportedly drank from it to toast their success. While unorthodox, the gesture symbolised the deep bond and shared spirit among the team, as well as their ability to find humour and unity, even after such a physically punishing ordeal. This moment reflects Prince Harry's genuine connection with the veteran community and, his comfort in environments far removed from royal protocol. His involvement in the trek was not ceremonial. He participated fully in the harsh conditions and proved his dedication by completing the journey alongside his fellow team members. Drinking champagne from a prosthetic leg might seem like an odd anecdote, but it captures Harry's willingness to celebrate the strength and resilience of wounded soldiers on equal footing, as a friend and teammate, rather than a prince. During the opening ceremony of the 2015 Rugby World Cup, Prince Harry made a surprise and humorous cameo that caught viewers off guard. As part of a specially produced short film shown before the official kick-off, he appeared in the role of a humble Victorian-era gardener, dressed in period attire and tending to the grounds when a fictionalised version of the sport's origin unfolds nearby. In the film, a young schoolboy inventively picks up a football during a traditional game and begins to run with it, an allusion to the legendary moment credited as the birth of rugby. Prince Harry's character looks on incredulously at the scene before delivering a witty, dismissive line, "That'll never take off." The tongue-in-cheek remark was a playful nod to the sport's now global popularity and historical roots. It also showcased Harry's ability to poke fun at himself and connect with audiences through light-hearted humour. The cameo was brief, but it left a memorable impression, drawing laughs and applause from the crowd and viewers watching around the world. This appearance also highlighted Prince Harry's deep connection to rugby. A passionate advocate and long-time supporter of the sport, he served as Honorary President of England Rugby 2015, the organisation behind the World Cup's hosting efforts. His involvement in the ceremony and his willingness to take on a humorous role reflected both his commitment to promoting the sport and his natural charisma. The cameo reinforced his image as a royal willing to engage with the public in down-to-earth and entertaining ways, bridging tradition with modern appeal. Prince Harry's full name, Henry Charles Albert David, reflects centuries of royal tradition, with each component carrying familial or historical significance. While the names Henry, Charles and Albert are familiar within the royal lineage, the final name, David, is less immediately recognisable in connection with Britain's more prominent royals. However, it is believed that this name was chosen partly in tribute to David Bowes-Lyon, a relatively unknown figure in royal circles, but nonetheless a noteworthy family member. David Bowes-Lyon was the younger brother of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, making him Prince Harry's great-great-uncle. Though not a high-profile royal, Bowes-Lyon was a respected public servant and a loyal supporter of the Crown. He served as a Lord Lieutenant of Hertfordshire and was known for his charitable work and commitment to public duties. His quieter life in the shadow of more prominent family members did not diminish his place in the family's esteem, and naming Prince Harry partly after him may have been a subtle nod to the quieter but loyal individuals who supported the monarchy behind the scenes. This choice of name illustrates the royal family's custom of honouring not only prominent monarchs and princes, but also lesser-known relatives whose contributions to the family's legacy were meaningful, if understated. It adds another layer of historical and personal resonance to Prince Harry's identity, one that connects him not just to kings and princes, but also to a man who embodied royal duty in a quieter but no less valuable way. The inclusion of David in his full name reflects how royal naming conventions often preserve family memory, legacy and values in ways not always visible to the public. Growing up in the royal spotlight, Prince Harry and his older brother, Prince William, developed a close but often playful relationship filled with typical sibling banter and private jokes. One such example is William's nickname for Harry, Harold. While Harry's given name is Henry, and Harry is the traditional diminutive, William occasionally referred to his younger brother as Harold, a humorous and informal variation not typically associated with his actual name. This nickname is believed to reflect the light-hearted dynamic between the brothers during their youth. It wasn't necessarily used in public, but it became more widely known through anecdotes and reports over the years, offering a small glimpse into the brothers' behind-the-scenes relationship. The use of a name like Harold, a bit more old-fashioned and unexpected, showed the kind of casual teasing that likely existed between them, despite their very public roles and responsibilities. Such details about their personal rapport, including playful nicknames, helped shape the public's perception of William and Harry not just as royal figures, but as relatable siblings with a genuine bond. Though their relationship has reportedly become more strained in recent years, Small personal touches like this nickname offer a reminder of the warmth and familiarity that once defined their brotherhood. Prince Harry's education at Eton College marked a notable departure from long-standing royal tradition. Historically, male members of the British royal family were sent to Gordonstoun, a rigorous boarding school in Scotland, known for its tough physical regime and emphasis on discipline and resilience. Both his grandfather, Prince Philip, and his father, King Charles III, were alumni of Gordonstoun, though Charles reportedly had an unhappy experience there, once calling it Colditz in kilts. Given that context, the choice to enrol Prince Harry, and earlier Prince William, at Eton College in England reflected a significant shift in educational philosophy within the royal household. Eton College, one of the most prestigious private schools in the United Kingdom, is renowned for its academic rigour, elite network and rich traditions. It offered a different environment from Gordonstoun, with a greater emphasis on intellectual development and social polish, rather than the outdoor endurance and strict discipline that defined Gordonstoun's ethos. Princess Diana, who had a more modern and nurturing approach to parenting, is believed to have influenced the decision to send her sons to Eton, favouring an institution that aligned more closely with her vision of their upbringing. Harry entered Eton in 1998 and remained there until 2003. Though not known as an academic standout, he was reportedly popular and involved in sports like polo and rugby. His time at Eton not only exposed him to a more conventional upper-class British education, but also helped shape him within the protected yet prestigious framework that the school offered. In choosing Eton over Gordonstoun, the royal family signalled a quiet yet meaningful evolution in how they approached education, balancing tradition with modern preferences and personal well-being. During his gap year in 2004, Prince Harry visited the small African kingdom of Lesotho, a trip that would profoundly influence the course of his charitable work and public image. Deeply moved by the widespread impact of HIV/AIDS on children and families, Harry spent time volunteering and witnessing firsthand the challenges faced by the country's most vulnerable populations. This experience left a lasting impression on him and became a foundational moment in his humanitarian journey. As a direct response to what he saw in Lesotho, Prince Harry co-founded the charity Centre Bali in 2006 with Prince Sieso of Lesotho. The organisation, whose name means Forget-Me-Not in Sesotho, aims to support the mental health and well-being of children and young people living with HIV in Lesotho, and later expanded to Botswana. Centre Bal's work focuses on health, education and psychosocial support, and it reflects Harry's enduring commitment to underserved youth in southern Africa. To help shine a light on the realities he encountered, Prince Harry also produced a documentary titled The Forgotten Kingdom, Prince Harry in Lesotho. This film offered viewers a rare and personal glimpse into his journey through the country, highlighting the stories of orphans and at-risk children. The documentary not only raised public awareness of the HIV or AIDS crisis in Lesotho, but also demonstrated Harry's desire to use his platform for meaningful advocacy. It marked an early example of his hands-on approach to philanthropy, something that has defined much of his later work as both a senior royal and later as a public figure working independently. Prince Harry's reported passion for Star Trek taps into a side of him not often highlighted in public life, his love for science fiction and imaginative storytelling. While he has never formally spoken at length about this interest, multiple reports over the years have linked him to the franchise. For a member of the British royal family, being a fan of Star Trek is not just quirky, it reveals a certain openness to progressive themes. The series is famously known for its messages about unity, diplomacy, equality and exploration, values that often intersect with Prince Harry's own humanitarian interests. His appreciation for Star Trek might also mirror his personal journey of navigating complex institutions, challenging expectations, and venturing into unfamiliar territories, both literally and figuratively. This love for space exploration didn't stop at television. His fascination reportedly extended to real-world ventures like Virgin Galactic, the private space travel initiative led by entrepreneur Sir Richard Branson. It was rumoured that Prince Harry expressed interest in being one of the early participants in Virgin Galactic's suborbital flights. While there is no public confirmation that he has formally booked a trip, the speculation fueled media buzz, suggesting that Harry was eager to go beyond the earthly bounds of traditional royal life, quite literally. His adventurous reputation, bolstered by his military service and extensive global charity work, makes the idea of a prince-turned-space tourist surprisingly plausible. If Harry were ever to travel to space, it would not only reflect his passion for the unknown, but also mark a remarkable chapter in the ongoing reinvention of his public identity. During his gap year in 2003, before beginning military training at Sandhurst, Prince Harry took part in an adventurous stint that many found both surprising and grounding. He worked as a Jackaroo on Toowoomba Station, a sprawling 40,000-acre cattle ranch in Queensland, Australia. A Jackaroo is the Australian term for a trainee stockman, a role that involves tough hands-on labour in often remote and rugged outback settings. For Prince Harry, the position was far from ceremonial. He was expected to fully participate in daily ranch duties, including mustering cattle, repairing fences, and tending to the livestock under harsh conditions. This experience offered Harry a rare break from the intense scrutiny of royal life and placed him squarely among hard-working Australians, with little concern for titles or tabloid headlines. It also aligned with a royal tradition of undertaking meaningful service or labour during gap years, giving young royals a broader perspective on life outside the palace. Colleagues at the station described Harry as friendly, down-to-earth, and willing to get his hands dirty, literally. The time in Australia not only toughened him up physically, but also gave him a sense of normalcy and camaraderie that seemed to resonate with him. It was one of several formative experiences that helped shape his sense of independence and purpose before entering the British Army, where he would later serve with distinction. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed diving into the lesser-known side of Prince Harry, but the story doesn't end here. Next up, we're pulling back the curtain on Meghan Markle, from Hollywood to the House of Windsor and everything in between. You won't want to miss it. Stay tuned.